Everybody's got so much pressure to like have it figured out when they come out of school. Time to be real and real life and all that shit. It's fucking stupid. 22 to 30 should be experimenting. Go skateboard, go cook, go try flip life. I don't fucking know, like taste shit. It's like food. The amount of people that think they hate oysters even though they've never had one, I see so many people living life that way. You don't know your passion because you haven't done shit, Billy. How much shit have you actually done yet? Not much, my man. Not just Billy, all you like the one thing a 20-year-old has over me is 20 fucking years. But you don't think that because when you're 22, you don't think 31 is young.
Maybe there's a problem with youth.
Everybody's got strengths and weaknesses. What a 60-year-old has is experience but doesn't have time. What youth has is time. You can literally do 4 different things over the next 2 years, 6 months at a time to figure out everything that you think you might like, you should try to do. But that's not what people tell you to do.
Yeah, they tell you to get a job.
Ladies and gentlemen, the volume inside of this bus is astronomical. It is way.
There are people less qualified than you, not as smart as you, less passionate than you, doing things you want to do simply because they thought they could. Period.
Just an important reminder to you sexy little gazelles. If you are all up in your doubt about that thing that you love to do, but like you don't really feel like you're quite there, but like maybe you will be one day and you're kind of just like teetering between like indestructible confidence and like crippling self-doubt. Guess what? I have a sexy little secret. That means that is the very thing that you are supposed to be doing. Or else you would not be viciously terrified of failing. Okay, like let's say I liked making Twinkies into, say, edible mittens. And Saturday I had a Twinkie edible mitten making contest. I am going to be terrified to compete because I love making Twinkies into edible mittens and that's all I want to do with my life. And if I fail myself. Now let's say it was a Fruit Loop flower crown making contest. It's not really my thing. I'm not going to be as scared of losing. So just know, that doubt, you're on the right track, my love.
Have the conversation with the person that's holding you back. The reason most people who are listening right now are not doing that thing is they're worried about the opinion of somebody, usually their mother, usually their father. And the reality is that your spouse may be the person holding you back and you have to have that conversation. We have to get to a place where you're doing you because the number one thing that scares the fuck out of me is regret. And you're gonna sit there at 72 and you're gonna say, I wish. And whether that's money or spend more time with your family, there's a million ways to do this. Not everybody wants to buy the jets. Not everybody wants to smoke weed on the beach in Bahamas. Like everybody's got a different thing. Figure out what your fucking thing is and stop making fucking bullshit excuses.
So y'all, let me tell you about this conversation I had with one of my friends. I just couldn't believe it. Okay, so she came up with this really, really good idea. And I was like, yo, that's dope. You should do it. And she was like, I can't. I just looked on Instagram and saw that they already had that. I said, okay, so why can't you do it? She said, because somebody already did it. I said, didn't Rihanna create Fenty like there wasn't Mac? How many McDonald's and Burger Kings are across from each other like they don't sell the same food? How many beauty supplies is selling the same bundle on the same block? Okay, the market is oversaturated, but it don't have a you, baby. Like if God gave you the gift, your gift gonna pop differently from theirs. Everything you touch prospers, so if they did it first, it don't matter. Yours gonna be different because the market is missing a you. And she was like, oh, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, Rihanna wasn't thinking like that either. She just created because God gave her a gift. And now look, billionaire. You're sleeping on your dreams, kid. You're sleeping on your dreams.
While you were overthinking, you missed everything worth feeling. The person who never makes mistakes is the person who never does anything. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you will never get it done.
Imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed. The ghost of the ideas, the dreams, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, and that you, for whatever reason, you never acted on those ideas. You never pursued that dream. You never used those talents. We never saw your leadership. You never used your voice. You never wrote that book. And there they are standing around your bed looking at you with large angry eyes saying, we came to you and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever.
Why are you continuing your major job or career even though you don't want to do it? Keep asking yourself why for every answer you give until you get to the core. It could take 10 whys, less or more, and I want you to write it down because it will help you much more. And leave money out of the equation. I say leave money out of the equation because if money was really your core, you wouldn't be watching my video or questioning your life direction and just continue on with your major career. So yeah, I don't think money is what's driving you no matter how many times you tell yourself it is, like I did. So I'm telling this from personal experience. Leave money out of the equation for this exercise. Anyways, pause, write it down. So when you get to the core, I think most of us will find out that we weren't making our own choices for our own life. In fact, others' thoughts, voices, views, or whatever, whether that be directly or subconsciously, was what was driving us. And I personally don't think it's our fault. It's the years and years of social conditioning and brainwashing by society, our parents, guardians, telling us how life should be. And after coming to this realization, I know it will be hard to suddenly change the way we live. It can't be undone just like that. It will take time and effort, but it does start with the mindset of wanting and putting in the time and effort to do so. So, how do you change the way you've been thinking that's been rooted for years? Let's first watch this clip. Because you move me, baby, don't you prove me wrong. This video shows two types of people. The people this person is talking about, and there's people like us watching this and being called out. People who just do it, and people who overthink and don't. People who think they can, and people who think they can't. I just want to say, anytime you make excuses and say these things, I can't, it's not possible. At one point in your life, they weren't your thoughts. It's most likely words you were told for years, and if not directly, you heard people you grew up with telling themselves that, in which you adopted as your own and believed and are now your own voices. When you understand this, you also understand that you can undo them. Here's a quick clip.
Why do some people always seem to get the best results in life? No matter what they do, everything always seems to fall right into place for them, whereas other people struggle with a lot of things. This is because of your paradigm, which is how you interpret the world. It governs how you behave, and it's a collection of your beliefs and habits. If you think of your mind like this is your conscious mind, and this is your subconscious mind. Sensory input from the outside world comes into here, and beliefs are built from our social structures like families and friends in the workplace. And this is your subconscious emotional mind, which holds the silent majority of your thought power. Thoughts move from here to here through repetition and emotion, and this links to your body, the actions. Like in this famous optical illusion, two people can look at one thing and interpret it differently. Both versions are true, they're just based on different perspectives. One person's whole paradigm might be based on them achieving success, while another person's could be totally negative. Changing your thinking, choosing thoughts wisely up here, then repeating and impressing productive thoughts will change your actions and results.
So like this person says, to change your paradigm, you need to change the voices around you and self-talk you tell yourself. Make an effort to uproot and undo those self-doubts. Just like others were able to shape your thoughts, you can shape yours. When you look at neuropsychology, you can see how much our thoughts shape our actions, why habits are so easy and forming new ones are so hard. You're carving a new path in your brain for your neurons to travel and uprooting the old easy path that's already been made. When you understand this, and I mean really understand this, I don't have much to say for now. But I do have some more clips for you guys. It's just some practical practices, tips to get you started. If you're like me, who overthinks and procrastinates and blames everything on lack of motivation. So yeah, if that's you, here's some tips to get started.
You want to know how to get over procrastination? Okay. Procrastination is emotional management, not time management. It is bringing up something within you that makes you feel overwhelmed or tired or bored or whatever it is. You need to figure out what that emotion is that you're feeling that's making you resist that task. And then ask yourself, what am I thinking to feel that? So what am I thinking to feel overwhelmed? Maybe you're thinking, I don't know how to do this. This is too hard. It'll take too long. I'll never get this done. Those are the thoughts that's causing you to procrastinate, to want some quick dopamine hit and go to do something else, right? Once you know those thoughts, then you can start working on the thoughts and you can come up with alternative thoughts that you can believe. Like maybe the thought is, I'm just going to try my best. I can only put one foot in front of the other. I can only do this one day at a time. I don't have to get it all done right now. I can learn new things. I've figured things out before. When you start thinking empowering thoughts, then you have more motivation to push through.
There's all these things I want to pursue, but I don't have the patience because they're gonna take so much work to do them. Huh? Well, why do you want to do all of these things? Because I want to express myself. I want people to see that I can be successful. Can't find the patience because you're making this about a result that other people can see. Yeah. If you make this about a result, you'll never have the patience. If you make this about growth, you'll be proud of yourself for every small win. Make this about growth? Okay, so slow down and just try. Yes, don't make it about a result, make it about growth.
Being a perfectionist just means two things. Your ego is wrapped up in your ability to not make mistakes, and you've been asking yourself a particular set of questions for a long, long time. Being a perfectionist means you've been asking the questions, how can this be better and what's wrong with it? Really, your perfectionism is mostly summed up in those two questions asked on repeat in different aspects of your life for years on end, and you've gotten so good at answering them that it has slowed you down. If you want to change your results, you simply have to ask different questions. A good contrast to the perfectionist mentality is to ask yourself, how can I do this faster? And what's the most incomplete version of this that I could call finish? Understand that your ego is already sunk into the answers to the questions you're used to asking, not these ones. So it will be difficult to make the transition. But start asking yourself those questions on repeat instead of the old ones. And if you do it long enough, you'll start getting answers.
So yeah, that's that. I really do hope you guys do some of your own research. And for the next step, I don't have much to say because again, it's just me documenting my journey and I'm not there yet. I'm still working on this as I'm saying this right now. Honestly, this video will be for myself because I know changing old habits isn't the easiest thing and I will need to hear these words again. I know I most likely will go through another crisis and want to go back to my old ways. But at the same time, I remind myself that it's a blessing to even have these thoughts. I have a roof over my head, food in my stomach, and have my basic necessities covered. That's why I have the luxury to even have the thoughts to question what I want in life because it's possible. If there was no possibility, the thought wouldn't even cross our minds. And it's a blessing that we can do what we want to do. And if you want to live a simple life farming, it's possible. Making money doing what you want to do is possible. If you want to live in the woods, it's possible. If you want to go to space, it's possible. I started reading this book and something that stuck with me was that a habit of successful people is that they never say I can't. When it seems impossible, they tell themselves, what can I do to make it possible? So instead of giving up because they say, oh, I can't, they try to make a way. And yes, I'm talking to myself as I'm saying this too. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
It was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line.
Understand that one day we're gonna die and you're gonna be sitting on your couch with your fat ass and you're gonna be thinking to yourself, fuck, what went wrong in my life? You know what went wrong in your life? You didn't have any fucking goals. You didn't have any fucking ambition. You don't have that drive to get up in the morning, take a fucking cold shower, and get that alpha mentality, baby! That's what you need to work on! You need to work out! You need to do something! Get up and fucking do something with your life! Do something! Write some shit down, write your goals down, visualize yourself, work hard! Work hard for the life you want to live! Life is gonna knock you down, and you gotta work for what you fucking want! Let's fucking go! You got this shit! I love you! Mwah!
You're way more in control than you think. A, on how you see the world. B, on how much you value other people's judgments. C, on how you want to navigate the next 85 years of your life. It's okay that the first 20 years didn't go the way you wanted. You have 80 more. If you realize the government, your parents, the way the dice rolled don't control you, you're in control. You're in control. You paint your narrative.
I'm not a self-help channel, it's just me documenting my journey and sharing my thoughts of what I'm also going through and what I'm also trying to learn in this journey called life. So yeah, maybe that helped. Maybe you got something out of it. Maybe you relate. I don't know. But if you have maybe other advice or thoughts, feel free to comment. I read every single one of them. I really appreciate everyone's comments. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have watched up to this point, I know it was a really long video. Thank you, and see you next video.